Parents need to know that Creed 3 is the ninth film in the larger Rocky franchise and the third centering on Adonis Donnie Creed Michael B. Jordan. This time around, newly retired heavyweight champion Donnie is adjusting to life outside of the ring as a star promoter and gym owner. But his life is shaken when a childhood friend and former boxing role model, Jonathan Majors, resurfaces after nearly 2 decades in prison. Expect violent fight scenes, both in and out of the boxing ring, as well as strong language, mostly drinking, and a bit of kissing and flirting between a married couple. The Creed films have clear messages about perseverance and compassion, and they offer positive diverse representation both in front of and behind the screen, featuring a mostly black cast and crew, including the director Jordan, making his directorial debut, writers, and producers. Plus, deaf actor Mila Kent Davis plays Donnie's deaf daughter, Amara, and ASL is used throughout the story. In Creed 3, Adonis Donnie Creed Michael B. Jordan is enjoying life after his retirement from professional boxing. He runs a successful boxing gym and is a well-respected promoter and ambassador for the sport. He's built a loving family with his award-winning music producer wife, Bianca Tessa Thompson, their precocious deaf daughter, Amara Mila Davis Kent, and Donnie's attentive mother, Mary Annie Felicia Rashad. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, Donnie's childhood friend and former Golden Gloves champ Dame Anderson Jonathan Majors gets out of prison after nearly 2 decades and seeks Donnie out. He wants a second chance at what prison deprived him of, a title shot in professional boxing. Plagued with guilt about feeling partially at fault for Dame's arrest and imprisonment, Donnie gives him a place in the gym over Tony's Wood Harris objections as heavyweight contender Felix Chavez, Jose Benavidez' sparring partner. But soon Dame's ambitious demands and Creed's guilt lead to an antagonistic rivalry that can only be resolved in the ring. This is an intense, moving installment in a franchise that has always centered on family, friendship, and perseverance, and Jordan and Majors are brilliant as friends turned adversaries. Jordan's directorial debut is a seamless continuation of Ryan Coogler's established story and themes. His brother, Keenan Coogler, is a co-writer, bringing everything closer to home by focusing on Donnie's past trauma and how a childhood friend's incarceration changes him. The flashbacks, featuring Thaddeus J. Mixon and Spence Moore to his 15-year-old Donnie and 18-year-old Dame, provide an integral look at how Adonis' life might have turned out had Mary Annie not adopted him. And although there are several boxing sequences, the heart of the story is once again the character development, with Donnie finally processing painful memories and learning to open up to his amazing wife Thompson, as fabulous as Bianca. In addition to the main cast, the supporting ensemble continues to captivate, with Harris's Duke and young Kent Davis stealing scenes and reminding viewer how much of a supportive circle Donnie has around him, something that Dame utterly lacks. The soundtrack, executive produced by J. Cole, includes propulsive tracks from rapper Bus, Ghanaian recording artist Black Sharif, and Nigerian producer Kelpie. Kramer Mogenthu's cinematography, coupled with Jessica Buckalis and Tyler Nelson's editing, creates tautly framed, emotional, and immersive boxing scenes that, while bloody, convey each fight's high stakes. Majors and Jordan should consider starring in more films together because their chemistry, natural gravitas, and acting range are unparalleled. Audiences will be impressed with Jordan's nuanced performance and Majors' humanized, heel, turn. The only question left is whether the Creed franchise will continue to put Donnie through the ringer, or whether it's time to move on to the next generation. Families can talk about the violence in Creed 3. Does it seem realistic? Is it necessary? Does sports-related violence impact viewer differently than other kinds of violence? Parent-child relationships are a key part of this film. How did that part of the story affect you? Discuss the movie's representation of deaf and hard-of-hearing individuals. Is it positive? Why is representation important? Who do you consider a role model in the movie? What character strengths do they demonstrate throughout the story?